Good evening and welcome everyone to Lamstan CPD session, Career as Veterinary Doctor. Today, I, Stanzanidon, and my friend Jigme Dangmo will be hosting today's session. I'll move forward with a brief description about Lamstan. Lamstan is an organization of young people who share the same passion for assisting their fellow students and professionals from every corner of the globe. Students of different grades are offered assistance to pursue their dreams in life. Various students, due to incompetent facilities as well as opportunities in their own native areas, find the necessity for moving to alien cities to pursue their studies of a career. Pursuing studies or hunting for jobs in the cities opens a whole new can of worms. In their crusades, students often get trapped into dilemmas such as which college to study, which course to opt for, will engineering do the best for them, or should they opt for commerce courses, and the list goes on. In all this chaos, many students end up studying in wrong colleges, schools, or leaving the idea altogether and returning back to their native homes. Henceforth, at Lamstan, we connect students from remote areas to mentors and professionals at global level. Jigmamu.
So for today's session, we would like to welcome Dr. Nasreen Fatima. She has done her schooling till 10th grade from Moravian Mission School and 11th and 12th from Hamdard Public School. She did her 5 years of bachelor degree from Sher Kashmir University of Agriculture and Scientific Research. So through Public Service Commission exam of J&K, she got recruited as veterinary assistant surgeon in 2019. Presently, she is working as veterinary assistant surgeon at Neoma. Since 2018, she has been working with Lamstan as an active member in HR group. So today she is here to share her experiences in veterinary field, and hope you all will take advantage of this session. And yes, I also want to mention that because of some technical issues, our session might end within 40 minutes. And if it happens, I request all the participants to kindly rejoin the session using the same link or password. Thank you.
Okay, so first we will be having an interactive session with Achale. During that, all the aspirants are requested to please mute their mics. So at last, we will be having a question and answer section in which you can ask queries or any doubt you have. You can just unmute yourself during that time, or else you can drop your questions in the chat box so we can take it later on. Achale, now you can start.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Idon and Stanzan have introduced me, but I'll start with thanking Lamstan for inviting me for the CDP session. Although I've been a member of Lamstan and I've been working since 2013, although I'm not active these days, but I've always followed Lamstan, and thank you for inviting me. So about veterinary sciences. And so you all know that I'm working as a veterinary assistant surgeon in sheep husbandry department at Neoma, which is in Changthang. Let's start with the course in general. What is veterinary sciences, or what a veterinarian do, or what kind of avenues that a veterinarian can have. So what is veterinary sciences? What in veterinary sciences is a study of sciences which deals with the treatment and diseases of animals, whether it's domesticated animals, pet animals, and wild animals. So a veterinarian or a vet is an animal doctor. So what a veterinarian do? Like human doctors, a veterinarian or a vet prescribes medication, vaccination for animals. They do blood tests, x-rays, and test like human medicine. They also teach owners how to feed the animals, and they also perform surgeries. So where do veterinarians work? So veterinarian work at various departmental farms, departmental hospitals. They can also work as a laboratory research scientist at laboratories, and they can work as a professor in various universities and colleges. They also work in aquariums and zoo, and they can also work as at various international agencies like CDC, Center for Disease Control, and World Health Organization, WHO, as in human public health expert. As we all know that the zoonotic diseases are increasing day by day, that spread from animal to humans. So it becomes very difficult. It becomes very important. It's become very important to study such with human medicines or human diseases. So a veterinarian can also work in private pharmaceuticals and biomedical research companies like Virbac, Vankeys, and many veterinarians work in foreign countries like Canada and Australia as a private vet. They are hugely paid, and many of the veterinarians work at army hospitals to treat dogs and horses. So that was a general about what a veterinarian do or what veterinary sciences is all about. So I think most of the students who are the participant in CDP session would be students who are in 10th class or students who are in 11th or 12th class. So for you all, first you need to know that what are the subjects that you need to have to pursue this profession. So for after 10th, in 11th, 12th, you must have medical like bio, chemistry and physics as your main subjects to appear for the entrance examination. So I think you all can. Any queries? Any questions? Hello? Student, any queries or any questions?
I think actually they'll be asking the queries after the interactive session, I guess.
Okay, I think I've covered the main part, the entrance examination or the bachelor's degree or master's degree part, and about the course in general. So if they want to ask, if they have any queries or they have not understood anything, if I've been a little bit fast, so they can ask me. I'll repeat anything that I need to repeat.
Okay. If anyone has any queries, you can unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hello?
Ma'am, am I audible? My question,
Yeah.
my question is, after the completion of this course, after BVSC, what are the scopes? What are the range of scopes for a student who has just completed the BVSC?
Just after bachelor's degree, 5 years degree, no? Okay. After 5 years of bachelor's degree, like I did my did my graduation from since 2013 to 2018, 5 years of degree. So I did only the bachelor's degree. I didn't have to appear for MBAC because I applied for a job and meanwhile I can carry forward. I can do the MBC course while I'm in service, but like I said, after your bachelor's degree, you can apply for this veterinary assistant surgeon post if PSC conducts. If PSC conducts this paper, you can apply for this post. Otherwise, you can as a bachelor degree, you get the tag of a doctor. So you can open your own clinic. You can treat animals. You can so you can also work in many of the private firms if you want to stay in other parts of state.
What you were saying. So, can you please repeat?
Now we were asking about the avenues after bachelor's degree, no?
Yeah.
So after bachelor's degree, that main bachelor 5 years of graduation course, you are now you can open your own clinic. So you get the tag of a doctor, so you can treat animals. So he or she can run its own clinic, can work in a private firms like Vanke's, or appear for the Public Service Commission examination for the post of veterinary assistant surgeon in various departments like sheep husbandry, animal husbandry, um, and they can also work in the international agencies like CDC, Center for Disease Control, or the WHO, World Health Organization. They can also work at various universities and colleges. For academics or for teaching, MVC is required. So for other things, bachelor's degree is enough. For for running clinics, for private agencies or pharmaceutical companies, and most of my friends, as I told you, that are working in foreign countries like Canada and Australia as private vets. They're hugely paid. So you can also go to abroad for this field. You can also can work in army hospitals, because they do have dogs and horses, so they also hire veterinary doctors. Okay, there was also a written question by someone. I forgot what was the
Um.
question.
Yes, from Chang Lamo.
Hmm.
She's asking that which examination is held by SKUAST and name.
Okay, SKUAST is Sher Kashmir University of Agriculture and Scientific Research. This is the full name of course the university where I studied. They have a separate university in Jammu and in Kashmir. So separate two examination. They are conducted in May and June. May or June, like which varies. So this examination is the entrance examination, particularly for veterinary sciences. Earlier we used to have a combined examination with the JKCT. पहले जैसे JKCT होता था ना, उसी की तरह उसी में ही वेटरनरी के लिए भी पोस्ट होते थे. बट इन आफ्टर 2013 मेरे साथ वैसे सेशन शुरू हुआ कि 2013 से वेटरनरी के लिए अलग से स्कॉस ने, शेर कश्मीर यूनिवर्सिटी ने अलग से, जम्मू के लिए भी अलग से, कश्मीर के लिए भी अलग से, they are conducting the paper, entrance paper. So you need to clear this paper, then उसमें हो जाता है. So that is the entrance paper. स्कॉस का वेटरनरी पेपर वही होता है. जम्मू के लिए अलग से होता है, कश्मीर के लिए अलग से होता है. अर्लियर हमारा जेकेसीटी की तरह ही जेकेसीटी में ही होता था. बीडीएस का एमबीबीएस के लिए 7 होता था पहले. बीडीएस, एमबीबीएस एंड वेटरनरी तीनों के लिए वी यूज्ड टू हैव अ कलेक्टिव एग्जामिनेशन होता है. एंट्रेंस फॉर वही वेटरनरी एंड एग्रीकल्चर साइंस करके होता था. अब उसको अलग करके कॉस्ट वाले जम्मू वाले अलग, कश्मीर वाले अलग करते हैं. So any other question?
Yes, one question from Karim Khan. Entrance exam for veterinary sciences plus agriculture sciences.
I think he's answering in
Okay.
he's
So
giving
if
the
anyone has any other questions, you can ask in any language in which they are comfortable with.
any language.
Ma'am, as you said that for Kashmir and Jammu there are different examinations. What about the Ladakhi students?
So when I was pursuing this degree, we didn't had this UT stuff. So we were able to apply for this cost Jammu and paper. I think you can also apply for this time as well. So Ladakh ke liye abhi to kuch there's no different examination as now. So you can apply for Scott Jammu and Kashmir paper as well as the All India paper through NEET.
Okay, thank you.
As of now, we don't have a particular different examination for Ladakhi students because we don't have a university or a veterinary college for Leh.
Okay, ma'am, thank you.
Any other questions
other-
from anyone?
Do I need to repeat any of the part about the course or about the entrance paper?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. What is the level of the paper? You know, is it par with the MBBS question or question paper, or it's a little bit lower than MBBS paper?
Um, when I was appearing for this paper, we used to appear for collective JKCT paper, no? So after that separation of this entrance paper for veterinary, I've seen that veterinary paper. Now you will say that I'm saying because I'm in this profession, I'm saying this, but frankly, most of my friends also feels that the veterinary paper is far more difficult than MBBS paper for the entrance paper, not the whole degree, but for the entrance paper, it is little varied. Last to last year, veterinary paper was much more easier than MBBS paper, and last year it was veterinary exam was much difficult. So it varies upon, and it's according, it's more of a subjective thing. For me it can be an easy, or for a person who has not been much prepared, it can be difficult. So it varies. So we cannot just generalize it. So someone was asking, is it better than MBBS? I think you cannot compare. You should not compare, because now if somebody is pursuing this profession because they love animals or because they want to do something different in medical field, so for them it is good. It's better than MBBS. But so someone who just want to get you know to into human medicine, then for them it's human medicine is much better for them. So it depends. For you cannot just you differentiate it, or you just don't know. You cannot just make it a profession better. You should not compare it. It's different because we are treating more than one species. We are treating domesticated animals like cow, sheep, goat, or many other like species, and in wild species also. So in poultries, birds, so they are specializing in one species, but so we cannot just compare it. So human medicine is also difficult. Likewise, our profession is also. So our profession is also different. So every profession is different. It's depend upon one's interest, that if he or she wants to be in that profession, you should apply and you should work for that. Any other question?
Any other questions from anyone? You are free to unmute yourself if you have any questions.
Hello, ma'am. Yeah, sorry to ask you again the same question, ma'am. I asked
Yeah.
last time that what is the scope for the veterinary doctors, as compared to MBBS? So I'm talking about government jobs. Is it, yeah. So
Yeah. Continue.
yes, ma'am. Please, that's my question. So Is it, is it easy to get a government job in veterinary, field?
Uh, um, it's not easy, but like there are very few students from Ladakh who are pursuing this profession. So when a post comes, then it gets little bit easier than MBBS post. If like few students had the competition, that is less. But at the same time, entrance paper के through आना होता है, तो you have to work hard. And for like government services you're talking about, like for that in sheep husbandry where I am working, so I think the avenues to learn or to work is I think it's very satisfying. I've been working since like 2019 January. It's been a year and more. So I think the work or the pay or everything is satisfying, I think. And for the scope part, it depends. Like public service commission was not holding examinations since 2014-15 till now. So there was difficult. We were very we were suspecting that कि PSC के कुछ एग्जामिनेशन वो हेल्ड करेंगे कि भी नहीं करेंगे, बट जब किया तो उन्होंने 500 पोस्ट एट अ टाइम उन्होंने पोस्ट वो किया, तो रिक्रूट किए. So most of my friends are now working in all the government departments, and so I think it's it depends. अभी vacancies तो बहुत है. Like I'm working in sheep husbandry. I'm I'm as a veterinary assistant surgeon, but I'm also working as an assistant director at Nyoma. Because this assistant director का post भी खाली होता है, then manager का post, which is also in veterinary assistant surgeon, वो भी खाली है. So means like if recruitment occurs, so absorption of new doctors will be easy. मतलब जल्दी भी हो जाएगा and easy भी होगा अगर recruitment करते हैं. And in UT we are expecting कि more vacancies will be filled in coming years. So I think it will be easy for you to get a government job after your bachelor's degree.
Thank you, ma'am.
So someone was asking about the salary. So it varies from 60,000 to 70,000. Right now I'm earning 54,000 because I'm recruited through SRO 202, so I'm not getting that additional DA and TA and all that stuff allowances. So I'm getting the basic salary of 54,000, and in 1 or 2 to 3 years it will upgrade. And if the SRO 202 get removed, and I'll get 70 to 80,000 per month. Any other questions?
Yes, we do have another question from Zakir. What do we do for veterinary doctor? What subject do we have to study?
Like I said, in 11, 12, you need to have medical, that is biology, chemistry, physics as the main subject. And then you have to appear for the entrance paper. Entrance paper may be physics, chemistry, and biology related examination like MBBS. So that's the subject you need to have prepared for that entrance paper.
Okay. Any other questions?
Any other questions? You can ask any question. You can ask it. To have maths as well. So if you have maths, then it's okay, but you need to have biology. You need to have biology to appear for this entrance paper. You can have maths combo or other optional, like my maths was my optional paper, optional subject. So my main subject was biology, chemistry, and physics. So you can have myths, but you need to have biology. Any other questions? You share some of the challenges you faced during the journey to become a vet doctor. Uh, in that bachelor's course, you need to study because we have a range of species. For example, in humans you have to study one species, so one species का bone पढ़ना पड़ता है, one species का सब कुछ पढ़ते हो, उसका खाना, न्यूट्रिशन, उसी का ही डिजीज. इन वेटरनरी अभी आपने सिर्फ एक शीप का पढ़ा होगा, बोन एंड, बाद में आपको डॉग का अलग से पढ़ना है, बिकॉज स्पीशीज में बहुत वेरिएशंस होता है, सम आर रूमिनेंट, सम आर नॉन रूमिनेंट्स. तो इसके बाद फिर पोल्ट्री का फिर से डिफरेंट हो जाता है. उसके बाद फिर आपको एक वाइल्ड लाइफ में उनका फिर बिल्कुल ही डाइट अलग हो जाता है, उनका डिजीज बिल्कुल अलग हो जाता है, उनकी वैक्सीनेशन, उनका डोसेज अलग हो जाता है. सो रिमेम्बरिंग थिंग्स, स्टडिंग, दैट वाज, आई थिंक दैट कैन बी अ चैलेंज, बट अदरवाइज वो तो सबको हर अपने प्रोफेशन में सबको हार्ड वर्क तो करना ही है. सो आई थिंक it's not a major challenge that, like, if you work hard, so it's as easy as it's like working hard and doing your stuff dedicatedly. So yeah, nothing a major challenge, but yeah, we need to work hard because we have a range of variation of species, and many of the diseases of different species, like human, cat and dog में अलग होता है, उसमें cow and sheep में अलग होगा, and like other like species variation की वजह से spent 5 years. That is the bachelor's degree. I did the bachelor's degree, and then in 2018 I was passed out, and in 18 August I passed out, and in 2019 January BC examination was conducted. And 5 years of bachelor's degree, that was the years I've spent in the course.
Any other question, participants?
Many of our doctors have they did their master's degree, so specialization is important, and in the years to come I will also do my specialization. So specialization in various other courses, so that will be helpful, and that is important. So you can go for MBA examination. In service you can also go. So, any other
Anyone with
question?
other questions? We have another question in the chat box. How many marks are required for veterinary in NEET?
In NEET, it varies. Like I told you that when I was appearing, uh, JKCT used to conduct the collective examination for veterinary, and they was also used to have a separate examination in cost. For cost, I don't remember the exact cut-off marks. So yeah, it varies every year. The cut-off marks varies every year. I don't remember. It's been 5 to 6 years. Sorry, I don't remember the cut-off marks. So as we are, we have the categories, so our cutoff is much less than the general. So yeah.
It's okay now. Okay. Jingmangmo?
Oh, okay. So I think there's no one to ask any question. So I think we should end this session. Thank you. That's all from our side, and hope you all get some knowledge from this session. And
Dorji is asking.
Yes, yes, yes. He's asking that could you tell us how much time you devoted?
How much time I devoted for the course?
Yes, I think. Yes, yes, yes.
As I told you that I did my bachelor's degree only, so 5 years. I devoted 5 years. Along with the examination part, so yeah, 6. No,
Per day.
he's asking about I think he's asking about the preparation, maybe. He's asking about the preparation, I guess. If he's asking about the preparation, like I told you that for any entrance in 11, 12, you need to work hard, and so like yeah, you have to study 5 to 6 hours. That's the minimum. 5 to 6 minimum you have to go for it. And if you are going to colleges, yes, sorry, in school you have to devote 5 to 6 hours to वहाँ भी देना पड़ता है. Then after that you have to study yourself. Self study of 5 to 6 years needed at minimum. So it varies according to a person's ability to to remember things and all, to study. Many people devote more than 5 to 8 hours, and some do only for 5 to 6 hours and they crack the paper. So it depends on one's own ability to remember things and to study. So minimum 5 to 6 hours you have to give, because in entrance for the entrance paper you have to study biology, physics, chemistry, and also you have to do the solve the previous year entrance papers. So you also have to pass your own 11th and 12th with good marks to get into other colleges or for pursuing other degrees if you don't get through this entrance paper. So people usually drop 1 year to get through this, to get through this entrance paper. I didn't drop here. I just did my 11th, 12th, and then immediately I qualified this paper same year. 2012 I passed out, and in 2012 I qualified this paper and was got seat in this profession, in this course. Any other questions?
I think we can extend this for a few more minutes so that if anyone has any kind of doubt can ask in this few minutes, and then we will be ending the session. Please come up with the questions if you have one. Unmute yourself or you can drop your question in the chat box.
Zoom için maçı sinersin ben morning cause Zoom meeting council.
Any other questions?
Do anyone have any questions? Please feel free to ask or drop in the chat box.
I think
You don't. Was I audible when I started the session? Did you hear the whole session? Did the student heard all this, like the whole course part and all this?
yes, I
Did
think
you
you
hear
were
all?
audible.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
actually, you were audible.
Okay. Now I think we should end the session. No questions were coming up, right? We'll wait.
So I think there is no questions for now. So on behalf of all the team members of Lamstan and all the participants, I would like to thank Nasreen for taking out time from her busy schedule and coming on the platform to help young youth of Ladakh. Thank you so much, Achale. You have been a team member of Lamstan. Also, you have represented Lamstan at many occasions and supported many projects. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot from every team member and all the students.
Thank you, Atale. And
Thank you so much for inviting me for the session. And Lamstan, I have been guided by Lamstan, as I've told you that when I was in 12th, Katundop, who is the who created the Lamstan, who he guided me in many of this entrance papers. So I'll be I'll be so grateful if I'll be helpful to any of the students to guide them for the professional field. If anybody has any kind of question, can also contact me. Edon has my number, so related to any my profession, you can ask me. And thank you so much for the session and for joining and participating in this session. Thank you, Udan, and thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
thank you.
If anyone have any questions, you can drop in the WhatsApp group we have created. We will add Ajay Nasreen also in that group. Thank you so much.
Thank you.